Hello. I thought I would do a ink swatching Fomo update of where I'm at with things. I ignore that little stamp. I did cut that Hobonichi A5 notebook insert down. I've been using the scrap to kind of, play with what I wanted to do with my currently inked and inking up pens and things like that. And I have this scrap as well that I can use. So that insert has gone into here. Actually, let me put this back in. So right now I'm just using the cover as kind of dividers in the front and back to protect the Tomoe River paper a little bit. I decided to go with kind of various symbols for certain ink brands. So this is kind of the diamine symbol, and you can see that it's just a stencil. I've only done the ones that I have currently inked. This is Le Bon. It's a stamp. Who is that stamp by? Lavinia something. And then this is another stamp. This was supposed to be a little paint bottle, but I thought, because I've only got 2 bottles of Pannonia, I'll just use that stamp for that. I've only got 1 bottle of Le Bon, so I don't mind doing kind of stamping for the odd one here and there. This is Pilot, which I irritatingly dropped some water on. Roar and Klingner is a kind of drippy splodge of ink. And this is what I chose for Sailor. Mostly because Sailor Ink Studio, I can add this little extra drop, and Sailor Cheeky Ori, I leave it off. So just by looking at it, I will know kind of what kind it is. So those are the ones that I've got done so far in this book. And then I went through, this is my new Rolodex, which keeps coming off the back, so I can see why it was only 5 pounds, because it keeps coming unhooked. But that's alright. I like that it has a lid, though, because this guy, the Rotodex, gets really dusty. So at least this won't get as dusty. So I did the same thing in here. There's the diamine kind of symbol, and then I painted along the top like Simone does. I think I saw someone else doing it too. I need to kind of fix this one because I could see little bits of white, and that's driving me crazy. But, so all the ones, so you don't really see the drop that much there, but it's there enough so I will know what's going on. Yeah. And then this one was going to be, I don't remember. But I decided not to ink it up, so it's not anything at the moment. But I have enough stencils and stamps that I can just kind of come up with a symbol for each brand. And it just makes me feel like there's some coordination to it, which is what I thought felt like was missing before. So that is that, and I think I cut this mini, so I've got plenty to play with. These so far are only bottles. We'll see if I get really ambitious and decide to do samples as well. But I think, because right now all the samples are in that book, I'm not in a rush. Not all the samples, but all the samples from 30 Inks, 30 Days are in there. And then, so if I've inked something up, oh, it's Robert Oster. That was what it was, Robert Oster. So that's the Robert Oster symbol. Oster. God, somebody tell me how to pronounce it. And this is Vinta. It's kind of supposed to be eyes. And this is Diatramentis. So, and this is Pelican. Because I didn't have any birds, so it's a cloud because pelicans fly in the sky. Things like that. Pilots do too as well, I guess. But yeah, I didn't have anything, no planes, no nothing like that. But so I'm still using this, but I'm using this for samples. So this is still going to be my Tomoe River paper thing, but it'll be for samples. And the other one will be for bottles. For now, if I decide at another point to do samples in here, well, so this is going to be, oh, the snap on this thing. This will be inks, and then it will also be pens, and I'll have kind of a separation for that. I may have lost my mind a little bit just a few minutes ago. There's the A5 Hobonichi Plain notebook. I just chopped it up on my monster paper cutter. So now I've got these scrapbooks. And then all this paper, which current plans I won't need. So I have an idea that I'm going to do one of those things where you send stuff to people if they win it. I'm not going to say the word because I don't know if bots or something pick it up. But yeah, so if I do, I'll give away one of these filled with half of this notebook. Pre-punched and everything. So that's one of the things. My plan is currently, I have a cat, one of these lid holders, that Mandarin Kaveco that I've never used, and I think there's a couple other things, but yeah, this is if I hit 500 subscribers, which, I don't know if that's ever going to happen. Oh, Super Pencil. Yeah, that'll be one of them. So basically, it'll be a thing where you put in the comments which one of the things you'd want. I mean, they're not amazing things to be gifting, but they're something to kind of celebrate. And they're kind of the things that I like to use. So I think I'm going to do my currently inked. And I think I probably should have brought my pens over, right? Okay, let me go do that. I'm going to go grab them. I'll be right back. I'm back. All right, this is my pouch from Simone. If she does them again, nab one because they're really, really good. They're big. They're really big. And they have this like a Trader Joe's bag on the inside. And so, if ink spills, you wipe it off. It's not the end of the world. So this Platinum 3776 was going to be in my currently inked, but then it ran out of ink. What is this? This is, okay. So I know this is part of my currently always inked, but I thought, let's kind of use some of this. There's so much ink in here. So it's going in my currently inked. I had also had, I don't know where it went, but I had a Twisbee Go with Rubber Oster Stargazer in it. And it's drying on the nib. And so that's not going to be part of my currently inked for next month. I just can't with that. So let's go. Let's do it. This is so flying by the seat of my pants. All right, we'll do it on this page. Why not? Of course, I moved all my clips away. Oh wait, no, I've got this guy. All right, where's my little practicing notebook? Because that had the order I was going to do these in. La 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 la. Okay, so Twisbee Mini. 580 Mini. I bought this off Bike Sale Trade not too long ago. Oh no, this is my... No, I'm lying to you. This is my Twisbee Vac Mini. I'm thinking of my other Twisbee Mini. So this one has a fine nib, and it has Diamine Earl Grey. And then the next one might change personality soon. So this is my new pin. It is called Prime Galaxy, I have found. So not primary manipulation, Prime Galaxy. So bone. This is so wet. It might be too wet for me. Bone Crusher. I don't know whether it's the ink, the nib. So I might be switching to the fine Opus 88 nib. Bone Crusher Prime Galaxy. And that is a medium. Look, you can't even see what that says. I need to be able to write in these small boxes. Bone Crusher Prime Galaxy, and this is Pelican Turquoise. I did a journal page with this, and it just took over the whole spread. Where is my journal? I'll show you. This is why I don't use bright colors. Because I want everything to kind of be a little bit more cohesive. I don't want, the writing to stand out a lot, or look at that. Ah! This kind of blends a little bit better. And then all of a sudden, So it might be too much. I'm going to try and define. And if it doesn't work at a fine, then I'm going to unink it. Because I won't be able, that's too much. It's just too much. Okay, so the next one is... This one's writing really dry, which is kind of annoying because it's a Sailor ink and a Sailor pen. So this is the Sailor Cheeky Ori Sound of Rain Spring Rain. And it's... Why? It's just writing really dry. Now, I had this problem. SOR, Spring, Rain, medium fine. It's 21K, but I won't write that because I know it. And this is Sailor Ink Studio 162. And now that I've been writing with it for a few minutes, it's starting to get a little bit darker. Or if I press harder, I don't know. I am unpleased. And it's a real bummer because I was really looking forward to this ink and this pen. I know that some of the Sailor very light chroma shading inks are supposed to be kind of dry. But I used this for like the whole first year in my 5-year Hobonichi in a... What was that pen? I don't even remember what pen. Oh God, it was a Wing Sung. Wing Sung something 308 maybe? I don't remember. But that wrote fine. And it was extra fine. So I don't know. So number 3 is not happening, and that was the Twisbee Go with the Stargazer. We are not doing it. So let's move to number 4. Number 4 is, so this had been in my Currently Always Inked, but there's so little ink. There's like this much left in here. that I think it's time to stop hoarding it and just use it up. So this is my Moonman, because it was Moonman when I bought it. Wong Kai clear with a medium nib, and Robert Oster Moss. Yeah, this was the color that I think I mentioned a really long time ago, that maybe my first video, that I fell in love with this color, but it only looks good in Moonman pins. I don't know why. I've tried it in other things and it just doesn't look right. I don't like it. So there's that. Let's see. 5 is Pilot E95S. This pen has been inked forever. It just doesn't run out. Pilot. I mean, I don't grab for it as much because I think I'm not really into this brown at the moment. So I'm going to use it for writing letters. So if you get a letter from me in boring brown ink, super sorry about that. And it's a black fine nib. I really like Pilot fine nibs. This is Diamine Chocolate Brown. Yeah, so I want to kind of write this one dry so that I can put a different color in. Something maybe a little bit more summery. I'm going to pretend that I'm a summery girl. Alright, so then we've got number 6. Or, which I guess is probably 5 because I took that other one out. No, 6. Is the Pelican M200 Golden Barrel. Now this is also really wet, but because this ink isn't super bright, I somehow find it acceptable. Diamine Brandy Snap. I really love this color. I am in no rush to write that dry, but it's got like this much left. And then next is Traveler's Company Brass. I always have this inked with something. I love this pen. Right now, this was the one where I had a broad Schmidt nib that I swapped out in here, ground to an Architect by Jose at the London Pen Show. Traveler's Company Brass, and then I'm going to put BA for Broad Architect, and this is Laban Aphrodite. It is kind of my go-to dusky pink at the moment. And I'll just set that here because I don't want to try and pull it out. Okay, so after that we have my Opus 88. This is kind of a currently always inked, but in my currently inked rotation. I love this pen. Opus 88. Fantasia. In red with a medium Opus 88 nib, and this is Diamine Deep Dark Red. So you'll probably see this every time I do a currently ink because I love this combo. Because it's almost black, but it just isn't. Just isn't. Secretly isn't. Alright, so next we have Twisbee Eco Purple Glow, and this has one of the samples from the 30 Inks 30 Days. That is the, here, you hold this. D. Atramentis. Oh gosh, I forgot to write the pin first. I knew I was going to do that at least once. Elder berries. It was because I was afraid of forgetting what the ink was. Eco. Purple. Glow. And that is in a medium. So I like these mediums more than I like that medium, and definitely more than I like that medium, at least at the moment. All right, what comes next? Next we have my new Sailor Sound of Rain series, 21 karat, and that's the Drizzle. So Sailor PGS. All right, right before Cheeky Ori. Okay, doesn't matter. SOR Drizzle, and that's a medium fine. And that has Sailor Cheeky Ori Ara, which is such a pretty color. Just really, really lovely. Gentle purple, but legible. Okay, so then next was, what is that? Oh. Nope, this one. This is my Banu Ambrosia. Brown, I can never remember the name of this thing. Orchid. And this is in a fine, so I'll just put that there. Diamine. Grape. And then we have a pen that I've never used that I inked up. Was this Phil Cow Mini. And this will write pretty dark at first. And this was supposedly a fine nib, writes like a medium, and this is Venta Tab 1 Purple Sea Star. Now, look, this was, so I was writing a letter with this, and this is what this ink turned to after writing with it for a little while. Don't know if it's the pen, the ink, but I like this. That's too light. So maybe if I just write a sentence here or there. More on that later. All right, so next we've got my Frankly Kristoff with the medium sig nib, and look, I've only got that much left, but I'm gonna write every piece of this dry, and I will be sad to put this away, but I'm trying to behave, and yeah, use all my pins except for some of the Twisbees, because I'm just not gonna keep cycling through Twisbee Ecos. I just need to get rid of some of them. Franklin Kristoff model, and I put this one at the bottom because I have to write so much about it. Model 20p Salmon Glow M Sig nib, and this is Pilot Irashizuku Kasu Mosu. And that is my currently inked for the month of July. So I tried to keep it under 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. But like this one is so close to being done. And let's see, so's this one. So they'll be gone in like a couple days. And this one is, I am unsure of what's going to happen with this. I'm first going to change the nib to a fine and try it out, and I will report back later how that went. Yeah. That's it. That's my currently inked. That's my update to my Fomo ink swatching. I think I'm kind of happy with what I'm doing now, so I could stop being, I don't know, looking at everybody else's, wishing I was doing something more like what they were doing. Okay, that's it. Thanks. Bye. I don't know why I'm filming this. I just thought, why not? So I'm going to change the nib on this one from a medium, Franklin Kristoff medium, to a fine Opus 88. And I have a meeting later, so I'm going to do it the clean way, which involves silicone, matte. This is just the ones that you use in your oven. I think I got it off Amazon. And gloves, because I can't be showing up at the meeting an inky mess. Well, I suppose I could, but I'd rather not, because it's an in-person meeting. What the heck? Oh, one more tool. I'm gonna knock something over, and it's gonna make a big crashing sound. Oh no, I didn't. Okay. Well, that's the whole reason I brought that out. I suppose I could stick this in it too. These are the things the Franklin Kristoff nibs come in. They're kind of cool. All right. There's so little ink in here. I don't even think there's enough to saturate the nib. Well, I've got it all over my fingers. All right, I might have to load some more ink in. Now that I've got it to this point, these can come off, and I reuse these, so don't worry too much about the environment. These are the ones I use for changing nibs, basically. Probably should have left them on because I'm about to re-ink, but... Alright, set those back there. And where is that color? I don't want to re-ink it too much because I don't want to waste it. If I just don't like it, I could pass this on to somebody else instead. Yeah? Alright. That's not enough. Let's not have to give it a fair shake. Alright. Why do I feel like I'm getting nowhere? Okay. That's enough. Right there. When I first inked up the Franklin Kristoff, it was getting, like every time I opened this pen, it was getting all over the place. And then it just kind of stopped doing that. Don't know why. It was like sweating inside the cap. But that seemed to stop after a little while. Very faint blue on the fingers. I don't know why I took my gloves off. What was I thinking? Okay. Let's see with the fine nib. Yeah, I think this might be a really wet ink, which is why that medium wasn't working for me. I like this better. We'll see what it looks like on a journal page, but this is what it looked like before. And so many people would have just loved this, but it was just too much. Too much for me. So we'll give this a try. And that is it.